Welcome back to Garage Matters. Today I'll be doing a long-term review on my Bosch 12-volt drill driver and 12-volt impact driver. Now when I was in the market for some new drills, I was looking towards all the manufacturers. I went ahead and went with Bosch just because they're a bigger name brand and they have a reputation of tools lasting a long time. And even though it might cost more than some of the no-name brands, I went ahead and went with Bosch because of the name. Now this kit that I purchased, it came with these two drills. It came with the impact driver and the regular drill driver. It also came with these two batteries as well. These are 2 amp hour batteries, and it also came with a charger. So as far as longevity, these batteries, they're 8 years old. They're still the original batteries, and I have no issues with them holding the charge and keeping their charge. So for an 8-year-old battery that's been recharging throughout the years, it's lasted a really long time. I haven't had any issues with these two drills at all, and they still work as intended from day one. Now what I like about these drills right here, they have a battery indicator right here to indicate how much battery life you have left. And I just charged these two batteries so I know that they're full. So 3 bars for full, and once it gets down to 1 bar, it'll let you know that it's time to go ahead and recharge it. Another feature about this drill that I really love is the light that's on the front of it. Sometimes you're drilling in dark areas and you can't get a flashlight in there, but this light helps illuminate the area that you're trying to drill into. Another key feature that I really like about these two drills is that it's a variable speed, so depending on how hard you pull the trigger will depend on how fast the drill spins. So right now I'm just going to slightly press on the trigger, and then as you squeeze the trigger some more, the speed increases. Now we'll go ahead and put these two drills to the test. We're going to go ahead and use this drill driver, drill these screws down into this board right here. So this board right here, it's about 1 inch thick. So it's a particle board, and the reason why I'm using this particle board is because most of us will be using it for home projects. Sometimes you don't need an 18-volt drill for these home projects, since these are just particle boards, and a 12-volt drill will just do fine. Now for our test, we're going to drive these 5 screws through this particle board. These 5 screws, they're different lengths, but they're also different thicknesses. So the different thicknesses should test how much power these drills have. So we're going to drive these through this particle board. We'll also go ahead and drill some holes in here, because sometimes we'll need to drill holes in the walls. And then we'll go ahead and put a 1 3/4 inch hole through this particle board. We'll see if this drill can handle it. Not only that, but we'll finish up with putting another hole through this acrylic box. Now with the camera set up, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll start with the shortest one and work our way down. Alright, so those 5 screws, no problems. We'll go ahead and give this really long one a shot. We'll see if this little 12-volt drill can do the job. Alright, that really long screw was probably about a 4-inch screw. No issues with the 12-volt lithium-ion battery. Now let's go ahead and put some holes through this board. Alright, 2 holes through this board, no issues with this drill. We'll go ahead and attach this hole cutter bit onto this drill and see if this drill has enough power to cut a 1 3/4 hole. Medium pressure on the drill and let the teeth do the cutting. Alright, it went right through. So it took me about 2 minutes of drilling through this 1-inch particle board. So it is capable of drilling a hole, but what I noticed is that this drill right here, it got pretty hot, but it's still not burning hot. It's warm. This is the hole that we just cut through this particle board. As you can see, this little 12-volt drill is pretty mighty, even though it's 12 volts. Take a look again on the bottom side. That's what it looks like. Nice, perfectly cut hole. So yeah, you don't always need an 18-volt drill for these little house projects. A 12-volt drill will do the trick. Now, since we were able to go through this particle board and cut this 1 3/4 inch hole, we'll go ahead, use this drill on this acrylic. So I'm doing about medium pressure. I'm not really pressing down on it that hard. If you press down onto it hard, it's not going to be enough power. So you got to do about medium pressure. And then just let the drill bit do the cutting. We'll go ahead and pull this out, inspect the hole, see how this hole came out. So this is the hole that we just cut. So it's nice and round. You probably just gotta sand it down if you want to use it for anything. But here's the plastic piece that we just cut out. So this is actually acrylic. So here's the thickness. Now after all that drilling and cutting, we'll check the battery power. The battery power is still, it's about 2 bars now. So it was full with 3 bars. So after doing these jobs right here, we drained the battery down to 2 bars. But that's still plenty enough battery power for me to do the jobs around the house. We'll talk about the other impact driver. I like using this for automotive purposes because it's got that variable trigger on here. I've used it on that Camry. I've used it on the 4Runner. I'm going ever so slightly, slowly. Make sure it's not cross-threaded. And I've even used it on that Celica. So for automotive maintenance, I'm always using this impact driver to install and remove those bolts. Makes it really easy on my car. Now even though these drills are only 12 volts, they have plenty of power for what I need to do around the house. As far as drilling holes through these boards, putting screws into these boards, and even automotive purposes. They really lasted a long time considering that they're 8 years old and the battery's been doing just fine. I really love these drills. They're small and compact and they help me get the job done around the house and in the garage. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and join us next time on Garage Matters.